What's up guys, it's Gage from ARG, and I'm here and happy to announce the first ever official ban list for the ARG format coming up for several events we have going on. Now for the first official ARG ban list, what we're doing is we are following the guidelines set from the April 1st, 2015 format, and we're adding additional changes onto that we feel are fit. And especially for the ARG format, we have put together a specific committee to help decide whether cards can be taken off the list or put on the list every given few months when we decide to change the list. What we really decided to do is we decided to go off with the players one. That's really what we wanted to base this format around, so a lot of the changes made to the list is what you guys requested or what we seemed would be fit. So without further ado, I'm going to go over the first official ARG ban list to be put into effect, the first event coming up, which is ARG Circuit Series, Charlotte, North Carolina. I'll go over how we plan to use this format in future Circuit Series events at the end of the video, as we're not going to be using them for every single Circuit Series event, but again, I'll get to that in a minute. So for the forbidden cards on the first ARG ban list, we have Djinn, Releaser of Rituals, Lavalval Chain, Vanity's Emptiness, Necros of Trishula, Royal Magical Library, and Fusion Gate. So to give you guys a little insight on why we chose some of these cards, we chose the Djinn, Releaser of Rituals to get forbidden for the fact that it is just an unfair card and it completely stops your opponent from playing the game and makes the game less fun, which is why we moved it to the forbidden list. And Lavalval Chain was also placed on the forbidden list for the fact that we figured it was an enabler for most FTKs as well as ridiculous locks, so it was just time to ban it. We felt we could not limit Lavalval Chain as these lock strategies would still be existent with Lavalval Chain at 1 still. We felt Necros of Trishula was a good card to ban, as in the fact that it makes Necros just way too over the top. We figured we could ban Necros of Trishula without completely taking Necros out of the meta and still having them be in contending deck. Royal Magical Library was a preemptive hit on stupid FTKs that may arrive in the near future, with cards such as Chicken Race and cards such as the Ignites coming out in the near future. Moving on to the limited cards, these are the cards that are now playable at 1 in any deck. We have Seer, Malum Branch of the Burning Abyss, Wind-Up Carriers and Mighty, El Shaddoll Fusion, Mistake, Necros of Unicorn, El Shaddoll Construct, Instant Fusion, Elemental Hero Stratos, and Elemental Hero Bubbleman. We felt like hitting Seer was a good counterbalance since we decided to hit Necros of Trishula as well as Necros of Unicorn on this list, and we felt Seer was the thing that really gave Burning Abyss their edge, being able to loop Dantes and consistently get back advantage. Everyone in the committee really wanted to see Wind-Up Carriers and Mighty come back, so hey, we did it. The majority of the player base wanted it too, so we're happy to bring them back. El Shaddoll Fusion and El Shaddoll Construct were both hit because, again, they're counterbalances to having Necros hit down a little bit. We tried to balance this as well as possible without having decks take the lead as much. Mistake was hit to 1 because it is a floodgate that is actually seeing a lot of play right now, and having 3 of a particularly powerful floodgate is just never a good idea. So we decided to take it down to 1 to see how that would work. Instant Fusion was a preemptive hit on Norden, which we plan is actually going to be a really big problem coming up. So limiting Instant Fusion to 1 preemptively seems like a pretty good idea. And lastly, Elemental Hero Stratos as well as Elemental Hero Bubbleman to 1. Bringing back Stratos to 1, we felt limiting Bubbleman would be a good counterbalance to it. We felt Stratos was not really the problem with cards such as 3 E Emergency Call and 3 Rhoda being a thing, but we wanted to make sure by limiting Bubbleman. This will be adjusted in the future if it's really not that big of a deal, or if Bubbleman is a big issue, it'll be addressed. Moving on to the semi-limited cards, these are the cards you'll be able to play at 2 in any deck. We have Inzektor Hornet, Summoner's Art, Torrential Tribute, Rescue Rabbit, Wind-Up Magician, Dragon Ravine, and Dante, Traveler of the Burning Abyss. We felt like a good way to introduce Inzektors back into the format would be bringing Hornet to 2. We're not sure exactly how well this will work, and it will be adjusted in the future if Inzektors don't do enough, or we feel like they're doing too much. Summoner's Art was taken down to 2 to again try to counterbalance the fact that we're bringing all the meta decks down a little bit. With cards such as Wavering Eyes released and everything for the Cleaforts deck, we felt like they had plenty of searching power enough as is. Torrential Tribute is another card that was brought from 1 to 2. We felt like there was a lot of mass removal already in the game, and we felt like Torrential Tribute at 1 really wasn't justified, and it's something we could definitely test out at 2. We felt that Dragon Ravine was a-okay because we don't have those Dragon Rulers anymore, and it's a way to at least attempt to bring Dragoonids back into the meta. Whether that may or may not happen is beyond me, but Dragon Ravine is back now at 2. Rescue Rabbit is back from 1 to 2, and this is something the committee actually really wanted to see, as well as the player base. And rather than quickly bringing Rescue Rabbit back to 3. We're going to see how it works out at 2. Wind Up Magician is going from 1 to 2, and we felt like this was a good way to bring wind-ups back into the meta by not only bringing Carrier back to 1, but Wind Up Magician back to 2, and not hastily bringing it to 3. And last but not least, the cards that are no longer on the list, these are the cards you can play at 3 in your deck now. We have Chaos Sorcerer, Sacred Sword of the 7 Stars, Glow Up Bulb, and Dark Hole. Chaos Sorcerer bringing it from 2 to 3, we felt this could really bring some light back into Chaos decks, something that we really haven't seen in a while. Sacred Sword of the 7 Stars, well, without Dragon Wars, I can't really think of a level 7 deck right now. So why not bring it back to 3? Glow Up Bulb, you can only use it once per duel anyways. And Dark Hole is also a card returning back to 3. With all the mass removal we have in the current format, we felt adding a little bit more might make it a little bit more interesting. It also really hasn't done much anyways, so bringing it back to 3 is definitely something we felt we could try out. And that is all the changes we have made from the current April 1st, 2015 advanced format list to bring it into the ARG format, the first ever. If you guys didn't catch anything in the video, I'm going to be sure to leave the entire list down below that you guys can check out and review for yourself again if you really want to. Now, while this list will not be in effect for every single ARG Circuit Series event we're having up, we're going to be kicking off well with we're going to be using it at Charlotte, North Carolina, we're going to be using it at Providence, Rhode Island, and we're going to be also using it in effect at the 25K coming up in Philadelphia. Again, majority of the Circuit Series are going to be in the advanced format, but we're kicking off this format really well by playing the next 3 Circuit Series events in the first official ARG format. Don't worry, we will notify you guys when we decide to play a Circuit Series in the ARG format. You guys won't be left in the dark at that. We'll give you plenty of time to prepare. Another thing to know is we are bringing back emergency bans. If something needs immediate attention on the list, it's just not working out, don't worry, we'll fix it. You guys won't have to wait every X amount of months for a card to be hit that's just completely ruining the game. If something's completely ruining the game, we'll make it not ruin the game. We really tried to make this list something everybody can enjoy. We really listened to what you guys wanted and we applied it as best we could. We hope you guys really enjoy this list we came up with. Again, if you're attending the Circuit Series in Charlotte, Providence, or the 25K in Philadelphia, be prepared to play under this first official ARG format list. ARG stands for Aggressive Race Car Gangsters, and it also conveniently stands for Alt Reality Games. If you guys want to buy or sell product, if you want to attend high-level events, and if you want to read articles from the toppest of top of players, altrealitygames.com is your place to go check out. Be sure to like our Facebook fan page and subscribe to our Twitch stream if you haven't already. But as always, I thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you guys next time. Play hard or go home, guys. Gage from ARG, signing out.